Hey guys, Matt, IronTrap Garage. We are back working on Dad's Daily. So we're making huge progress. I'm really excited. Next thing you know, we're going to be driving this thing around before Dad even gets back. What we're working on next, now that we got the brakes all done in the car, I'm kind of trying to jump around and get the major functions of the car kind of fixed and replaced so that it won't take a lot once we get the engine out and repaired to slide the engine back in. And if all this other stuff on the car is basically done and restored or fixed, we can just turn the key and start driving it, which will be really awesome. So what we're going to work on today is getting the gas tank replaced. You can smell the gas in this, the nasty old gas. Every time you get this car up in the air and you walk towards the back of the car, you can just smell that stinky old dinosaur blood. So we are going to work on getting that taken out, get the new one put in, and we're going to try and run a fuel line back up to the front of the engine, get all that stuff ready so that when we put the engine back in, we can just plumb a soft line from the fuel pump right to the hard line, and we're good to go. So we're going to get the tank dropped down, see what we're working with once we get that all dropped out. All right, we got the car up in the air, so the gas tank, you guys may remember, or people may ask why we're not trying to save the gas tank. On top of the old gas, the gas tank right about there is smashed in. I don't know if it got backed into something or ran into something or what happened, but that's all smashed in. So that's obviously not good, and then it's got crappy old gas in it. This has bolts that are in the gas tank there, and then up front right here. But those are all flanges, so we actually need to take these two bolts out of the frame too and take this bracket out so that we can slide the gas tank around. And then they had an electric fuel pump in here that's obviously no good. I think I'm going to try and run a mechanical pump. I don't really see a need to run that pump per se. We're going to put probably the Ford small block pump on, and then we're going to take this line off and run a new one. So we got to get the filler neck and this stuff all disconnected, and then we can get those brackets off and try and slip this out. But there's no straps on these on this car particularly, but it's nice that you can actually drop it out without having to take half the car apart like my 34 was.
Got a crib.
Yeah, the captain nut is Alright, so that one came out, thank goodness. Got some weight to it?
Yeah, I think so.
They filled it with gas for the one drive they did.
I think she's filled with lead.
Lead. Or it's half solid fuel. And it's returned to a solid form. Alright. There's a pry bar for you. I'm thinking we try and...
Which way you going? Try to go forward.
Yeah, I was just going to see where the max is. I don't know if we can... Yeah, that might not work, but probably better to try and go back. Well, it doesn't seem like we have enough room, so let's try. Gotta kind of... Yeah, just be careful with the car, of course. All right.
Yeah.
That one's free. A lot of pressure there. So now, can we have enough movement on your side to do the same thing, try and slide it out and around. Now I can let this slide more. swap to your side maybe?
Yeah,
I got a technique down now.
I'll swap you.
I got a technique for wrecking this. All right.
Yeah. Perfect.
All right, it's on our cart, so let's. You're probably closer if you want to hit the button to go up on the lift.
Yeah, all right. I was gonna bring the cart down, but that's better.
Yeah, I don't know how much weight that's got, so it's probably. All right.
Woo. Good. You want more?
More would be nice, just a little bit. That's probably good. I think we could sneak this.
Too much more. We're going through the lights.
Oh, it'll stop.
Oh, you guys said that.
Well, it runs out usually before it hits. All right, so we got the gas tank out, and the reason we had to be so crude with getting it out is because this captive nut on the top here that was hidden up above the gas tank, the captive section basically broke and the nut was spinning. So we had to just like tweak the old gas tank because it's junk anyways to get it out. But we do need to keep these brackets here because these are kind of the intermediate brackets that go between the tank and the frame. So we're gonna break away the captive section, and we can put vice grips on that and run it off with the impact.
Cool. Bracket. Now I got to play. Good.
Got it. Okay. So we got all the brackets off. We figured out while we were smelling fuel all that time, there was a hole right there. I don't know. It looks like it got rotted or something, but I'm not sure. But that was probably why we were smelling fuel every time we got near the back of the car. So we're gonna get this thing out of here because it stinks and work on getting the new one back in place. All right, so we were working on getting this other tank in the car, and we quickly realized that I didn't realize that this tank doesn't have a factory pickup on it. It has, it's made for like a sump style pickup. We don't have one of those laying around, and I don't want to wait, so we're going to make one. So we made up a plate here that has the holes drilled in and everything to bolt over this, and we have a piece of tubing here that's going to bear a pickup that we already bent. Have a little bevel cut there, so that's going to fit down in, sit on the bottom or just off of the bottom. Then we're going to put a 90-degree bend right here to come out the side, and then go out to where our fuel pump will be for the car. And I'm going to use the silicone bronze TIG rod and kind of braze around here to get this all joined together. And then we'll have just a homemade pickup tube that'll save us having to wait like a week for parts, and it should work just fine. So we'll get this sit in here, fit how we want, get our bend made, and then I'll get this all tacked in place. So do you remember what direction we want this to sit in? I can actually
I think the sump runs this way, so front or back, I don't think it matters.
Yeah, so we'll just do the front like that. All right. So that's there, and then you want the bend to go
Out that way, so we want it.
Easy stuff again.
No, it isn't.
I like that copper nickel, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Nah. Oh, look at that
Oh.
measuring.
Baby.
Boy, is that lucky.
Yeah, that'll be hard to get under to
Yeah.
TIG, but like I said, I can do the bottom side since we can take the whole mess out.
Yeah.
I'll get it tacked up here, and then I'll probably weld the hole underneath. I'll weld as much as I can here, but I'll really get it underneath,
Right.
so we can nail it. But yeah, unless we go, if we go like that.
Yeah, as long as
Okay, so if
You
we
know.
go, oh crap, we can go up like that.
we can go up a little bit, yeah.
You can go up 1/4 inch.
Yeah, so if we do that, yeah, if you want to, just for our, okay. Okay, so we're using silicone bronze filler rod. I showed you guys in a video on the Forgotten 39 project. But I used this for the radiator to seal up the radiator, and it worked quite well. I'm using that for this because this is obviously some thin wall tubing that's for brake or fuel lines or whatever. It's easier to just use the silicone bronze. It's much like brazing, where you're melting this onto these two surfaces, but we're not actually doing a true weld. It's not structural. But I'm welding the bottom side here because we don't want to have any chance of leaks. I got the whole top side welded pretty good, but that area where that 90-degree bend is a little tight, so I want to make sure that I get a good weld. So I'm going to go and run this along and try and not get that. Whoopsie, we need a ground. There we go. Use our gas tank as our workbench. So we got the gas tank and the fuel line, everything run, and we have the car one step closer to being an actual car. So again, the reason we're kind of jumping around is we're trying to get some stuff sorted on the car so that when we pull the engine out, put it back in, we'll have all this stuff ready to go, and it'll be a little easier to get going with driving it. So we were waiting on a fuel pump. We ended up figuring out further along that with the motor mount conversion kit that they have on here to put this small block Ford into the early Ford chassis, that it basically like came across and blocked where you put a stock fuel pump in. So since we're going to be putting a new Holley carburetor on here, figure we'll go to electric fuel pump that also can support the pressure that it needs. So we're going to be putting that in the back by the gas tank. So we got the main hardline run. All we got to do is just plumb up a couple of a couple of soft lines, fuel filter, and we'll be ready to go. So I think our next couple steps, we're going to actually turn our focus to the inside of the car, get all the crap that's in the trunk out, get some of that stuff going, work on the dashboard, pull the old wiring out, work on like maybe laying out some of the new wiring, and move forward with that stuff. But we are moving along really quickly, and we might have this thing driving before Dad's even home from Florida, which will be really fun. So thank you guys for following along, appreciate it. Catch you later.